Hey guys, it's RocketMax32 here and welcome back to another video. In today's video, as you've seen by the title, we're going to be talking about my personal 5 tips for y'all to sell Lego online. I've been doing this for a long time now and I figured what better than to share some of the tips I've learned with y'all. So without any further ado, let's jump into it. First up, my first tip is complete the set and clean the set. Now in this step you should ensure that the set is complete with all pieces, minifigures, and accessories. Find the instructions or find them online to make sure that it's not missing anything. If something is missing, you're going to have to let the buyer know and you will need to lower the price. And now this is very important because if you don't let the buyer know, you could be in a lot of trouble for not disclosing that. Make sure it's clean, make sure it looks new, make sure it's properly cleaned, and that will do a world of help for your chances of selling. So make sure the set's complete and clean it. Next, take some high quality photos of your set and write an honest description. Use good lighting, take clear and detailed pictures, and take them from multiple angles. Include images of the instruction manual and box if you're including it, and of course this will increase perceived value along with give the buyer security in trusting your listing. Make sure to clearly state the set's condition, whether it's complete, has missing pieces, includes the box and instructions, everything. Transparency builds buyer trust. This is huge. This comes in the pictures, this comes in the description, this comes in everything that you're putting out on the listing. That builds buyer trust. And so the more that you can deliver, the more that your buyers have to go off of on whether or not they want to purchase your set or someone else's set. Now next up, this one is extremely important, so I want y'all to pay extra close attention for this. You need to price competitively. Now you may be asking yourself, how do I know what this set is worth? Do I just go on eBay and see what other people are selling it for? No. Go on eBay, check recently sold listings. Go look and see what other people have actually been willing to spend on this set. Make sure you're checking the condition of it. Make sure you're checking if it was complete, and compare all of these things to the price people actually put. Making sure you're sorting by sold listings is incredibly important. Just because some random person has a clone listed for $100 doesn't mean that yours is going to be worth that. That listing will never sell. Instead, look at what people have actually bought it for and how recently. You can also check sites like Bricklink. You can sort by set, condition, country, and see what professionals are pricing the set at. Using all of this information, you can set a competitive price. And at this point, you can even consider slightly undercutting to get a quicker sale. Also, make sure to enable offers. You don't have to accept when someone makes you an offer, but having an offer button makes your listing more approachable, and it may help you negotiate and close a sale that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten. So when it comes to pricing, make sure that you're pricing competitively, that people will actually buy, and do some research to understand what your product is actually worth before putting it out there. There's a whole marketplace of secondhand Lego. There are values for things just like stocks, gold, anything like that. It might not be worth as much, but there's an entire market for this, and people have determined through supply and demand what things are worth. And if you just come in with what you feel like, you're either going to get ripped off or never sell it. So make sure to do your research. Now, this is a tip that many of you will know, but some of you might not understand yet, so I'm going to go ahead and put it here. This is just to understand the Lego market a little bit, okay? Minifigures hold a majority of a set's value, especially in Lego Star Wars. Now, obviously this doesn't apply to other themes, but my channel is primarily focused on Lego Star Wars. This is also true in the Lego Marvel series and stuff like that. But when you get into like modular buildings and stuff like that, obviously the minifigures are important, but they're not a majority of the set's value. But for Lego Star Wars, minifigures are incredibly important. By this I mean, if you find an old set and none or one of the minifigures is missing and you think you can just sell it for full price that the other people are selling it for, think again. For example, if you're selling the Z95 Headhunter, like I have right here, if you go on to Bricklink and you look right here and you say, look, here's a Z95 that's complete with all of its minifigures. I can sell my set for $150. If you think that you can sell this without the minifigures for $150, you are crazy. Because this set came with 3 exclusive minifigures that people want, and those minifigures hold a lot of the set's value. Now, is there a market for selling just this? Yes, I actually bought this off of a buddy of mine, but I bought it without minifigures, and so obviously I got a better deal. And we scroll down to this American listing, we can see right here, no minifigs. And this is selling for $66. That is a huge difference. This is worth a lot less than it would have been if I had the minifigures. If we come search for the 501st Pilot, we will find one minifigure who's right here. He came in one set, and that is the Z95 Headhunter. We will find a good condition American listing. Great condition, no cracks, light playwear, selling for $30 in the United States. So in the case of the ARC 170 specifically, those three minifigures are worth a majority of the value of that set, and that's just an important thing to remember. Now, like I said, you can sell it without minifigures, but you're going to need to adjust the price, and Bricklink is a really good spot to kind of look at sets without minifigures and what specific minifigures are worth. Somebody will always be selling every single thing LEGO has ever made, so unlike eBay, it's a much more complete kind of directory of what things should be worth. So make sure that you price it accordingly. And yes, this means in reverse, there's a huge market for selling minifigures alone, and I've done that for many years, and everything I'm saying in this video also applies to solo minifigures. And finally, my last tip for selling LEGO online is make sure you choose the right platform. You're online, there's plenty of online platforms out there, so let's choose the right platform. I'm going to run through a few, give you kind of like why you should or shouldn't be using them, what they're good at, and this will be up to you to make the decision. So let's get into it. eBay is great for auctions. They're probably the best auctions, and for broad reach. Everybody knows eBay. People know to go on eBay to look for things. Next, we have Bricklink. Bricklink caters to serious collectors, and to sell on Bricklink, you really need to have like an entire store. It's not really for selling off one or two sets. You have to set up an entire store with them. It's a whole process. You have to actually go in and get SKUs and everything. So it's definitely a place that you can sell, but I don't know that it would be like the best place unless you were liquidating an entire collection or you want to get into selling stuff on Bricklink. But it's a great place to buy stuff. Next, we have Facebook Marketplace, and Facebook Marketplace avoids fees, but that's really about all it offers. But I will say it's good for selling big lots. It's much nicer to meet somebody at a Walmart parking lot and dump off pounds and pounds of Lego than it is to try and ship that. Plus, you keep all of the money for your huge haul, and it's much easier on whoever you're selling it to, who doesn't have to like pay for all that shipping cost. And finally, we have Mercari, which is kind of like eBay, but you won't make as much money on there, I've found. But it's easier to interact with buyers, it's easier to make offers and whatnot, and I've actually found that stuff sells a little bit faster on there, but Mercari's just weird. I've done plenty of business on Mercari, but it's just odd. But this is just some of the advice I've learned over the years of selling Lego. If I missed anything or you want to share your personal insights, go ahead and share them down in the comments below. If you have any further questions, leave those in the comments down below too. I will go down there and I will answer as many as you have. Like I said, I've been doing this for a long time and I want to share this knowledge, so definitely make sure to let me know. If you liked this, go ahead and hit the like button, and if you want me to make a part 2, let me know. I'm sure I could come up with a few more tips, and with a little bit of back and forth in the comments, I'm sure that we can find some things that are kind of common and that we could address fully. And also, if you want me to make a buyer's guide to Lego online, let me know. I've done a lot of buying and a lot of selling. So this is the selling side. If you want me to make a video on how to get good deals on Lego, if you want me to make a video on buying secondhand Lego and some tips on that, definitely let me know in the comments down below and we can make that happen. But thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe because it's completely free, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.